Financial wealth is kind of important. I mean, granted, money isn't everything, but it's right up there with breathing, you know? Those are some things that I've been listening to lately, some quotes. And I've been thinking a lot about what is wealthy. Well, if your dollar is decreasing every 12 years to 50 cents, by 50 cents, as far as what its power and what it can buy, then you need to be making more today by doing the same things that you did yesterday than you made yesterday. If you're ever going to be able to get out of debt, be free, and get financially wealthy, you can't just sit there and work hard today and earn the same wage, because every single day your wage is decreasing. Every single day you are getting less and less pennies in your paycheck. It might say it stays the same, but it doesn't. Its power of ability to help you is going down. And money is helpful. It's really useful. So if you want to make a lot of money, and if you want to be free, if you want to be able to spend time at home with your family and be able to be with your loved ones without having all this incredible financial stress that is today in this world at a crazy, rising, rapid rate, then what do you need to do? You need to be in an industry where you are your own boss. What really bugs me about most people is they always think that they need to go to school and get a job. Just over broke. That's what a job stands for. So who's the ones giving them these JOBs? Entrepreneurs, they're the ones writing their own paychecks. They're the ones who decide what they're worth. And they're the ones that provide the jobs. Nobody else. Nobody provides the jobs for you. You have to provide your own job if you're going to really succeed in life. If you're looking for somebody else to give you a handout and give you a JOB, you know, jobs are useful. I love having somebody to clean my house. I love being able to pay for somebody to do my laundry or to drive me around or to do the stuff that I don't like to do, because driving stresses me out, and cleaning, who wants to sit there and bend over a toilet all day? I mean, seriously. And, you know, I like being able to go to a restaurant and pay for somebody else to cook my own food, you know? Not that I can really do that because I have food allergies, but being able to pay people for the stuff that I don't want to do, awesome. But somebody paying me to do the stuff I don't want to do, that's not my cup of tea. I'd rather be the one who is free. I'd rather be the one who's on top of the barrel, who's on top of the mountain and, you know, telling everybody else, you know, where to go and what to be. I don't like anyone telling me what I'm worth, because I know I am worth a hell of a lot more than anybody else is going to ever see. And so are you. You have so much inside you that is powerful. You are somebody who can change and inspire others. You are somebody who has been through shit, been through hell, learned a hell of a lot. So recently, one of my friends was sitting there talking to me and this other friend of ours, and she's been having a really hard time. She's been going through some stuff, and she forgot how much pain she was in. She forgot how much she just needed to be heard, how much she just needed a voice, because she's been in this marriage where her husband never wants her to talk, never wants her to speak up, never wants her to share her voice and her message. And to him, the ways that he views love, he views it as her going out and working out her body for him. He views it as her losing weight for him. And he feels unloved if she doesn't do that. Now, this girl is a fairly beautiful girl. She's actually one of my friends I know from modeling. You know, and she doesn't weigh a lot. She doesn't. And yeah, you know, for modeling jobs and certain things, she'll work out and she'll, you know, get the definition or whatever. But when she comes home, she really just wants to be looked at as being sexy and beautiful. And she just wants somebody who, you know, doesn't feel like they have to give her permission. She doesn't want to feel like she needs permission to be who she is, to live her life the way that she wants. She fucking hates it. And yet she's really wants to be with this person because this person is somebody who she really admires. She really admires her husband. I mean, granted, he's done some really terrible things to her. Awful, actually, you know, like yelling at her and not wanting her to eat and things like that. Things that you just look at and you're like, oh my God, why are you staying with this person? And she just, she sees him as so much greater than he is. She sees him as this powerful person but she gets so stressed out all the time because she's always trying to make his world perfect and always trying to make it to where he doesn't yell or get mad or get upset or get frustrated, that she gets totally boxed in and she feels like she can't even breathe. Because he's always telling her what to do. And granted, this person, he knows what he's talking about. He's really amazing at what he does, very, very smart. But just because she's not as perfect as him or as good as him at it, he feels like he can control her and tell her where to go and who to be with and what to say and so on and so forth. And most of the time he just tells her to, no, don't say this, don't do that, don't do this, don't. And she gets to this point where she gets in a lot of pain and she's sick and tired of it. But she forgets about herself. She really forgets about it. And she chooses to be happy anyway. And I really admire her for this. I really do. I admire how even in this marriage where she doesn't feel like she has a companion, where she feels like she has a boss, she's still able to love him. I admire how she gets up every day without slitting her wrists because she knows that she might do something wrong and he's going to make her pay for it in some financial way. Or he'll just sit there and hold guilt trips. He always is telling her, I pay for everything. I pay for this. I do this for you. And so she's lost a lot of touch with the world because not only that, but like she can't contact people except for when he's not around because he gets really upset if she's on Facebook or if she's holding her phone or she's text messaging somebody and he's sitting right there. But he can do whatever he wants because he's the important one in the relationship. He's the one who has to pay the bills. And a lot of guys feel this way. They feel like, because they financially provide or whatever, that their wives, like that's how their wives should feel loved just because they're giving them all this money, right? And I don't think so. I think that love is about letting somebody make their own choices. I think it's about letting somebody get up and stand up and speak. Letting somebody stand on their own feet if they want to, not sitting there and telling them, oh no, you can't stand up. I have to carry you. Because I know better. I know how to do this. You don't. So I really love my friend, and I hope that, he's getting help right now, and I hope things really work out for them. I really do. But at the same time, I've really been struggling for her because she's just going through so much. It's not just this, but there's also like another person who has come into their lives and tried to turn it into shambles. So they're facing this huge thing going on. And in spite of that, she's been strong. She's been an inspiration for me because I'm going through my own shit right now. And, when you find these people who you really admire and who you really connect with and who can share their light with you, and pull you in and give you this amazing experience of them, they're not people you want to let go. They're people that you want to hang on to. So you know who you are out there, and I love you. I love you a lot, and even when you don't feel like anybody else in the world loves you, you are amazing. Absolutely. So that's to that friend. I recently had another friend tell me that they wanted to walk into oncoming traffic because they are going through some marital problems as well. Anyway, what I told them is this. Viktor Frankl, he was going through the Holocaust. And they were making him, take little babies and snap their necks and throw them into the fire, or just throw them into the fire and hear them scream. And the worst possible human conditions you can imagine. Viktor Frankl was going through this. And he got to a point where he realized they could take everything else from him, but they could not take how he felt about it. So he could choose to be happy even in the most dark, horrible of circumstances. He could choose to find the light. He could choose his own soul, his own happiness over anything else. Sometimes in life we get beaten up and we get knocked down. And there's this amazing, amazing poem about it, how it's talking about this schoolyard bully. He came up to me thinking he was all big and tough, but he didn't realize with my small size, I was so rough. So when he tried to throw his first punch, I hit his fist with my face as hard as I could. And when his knee came up, my stomach pounded it down as hard with a great big woof. And it goes on talking about how this bully is, sitting there beating the crap out of this guy, but how he feels about it. He feels like when he's laying down in the dust, this blood flowing out, that the bully runs away defeated in fear because I would not give up. And when we don't give up in life, that's when we win. No matter the hell we're going through, no matter how knocked down we are, if we get up, that's the important thing. And that's what being an entrepreneur is. You're going to get knocked down. You're going to take risks. You're going to have financial losses. You're going to have times when things just aren't working out, when you just don't feel good. When the people you're trying to be there to support, the people you're trying to build up, when they turn around and they backstab you. And they go and they try and join somebody else's team, or they do tons of bullshit to you. And you're going to have those haters who come on and mark on your videos, you're ugly, you're this, you're that. I have tons of those. I just delete them and block them. Somebody's like, David Wood's the only person who thinks you're hot. Blah. I've had those comments. And maybe David is one of the people who thinks I'm hot. But guess what? I do too. I think I'm beautiful. And it doesn't matter what David Wood thinks or what this person commenting on my blog or my videos thinks. The only person whose opinions that matter are mine. That's it. Nobody else can tell you that you're beautiful or that you're ugly or that you are this, because they are only seeing themselves. They can never see you. The only person you ever see is yourself and others. You never see anything else but yourself, because the world around you is just simply a reflection of who you are. Every prejudice you have, every hatred you express, everything, you only see through your eyes your own self. You look at a couch and you call it a couch, but that's because to you, that's what it is. In another country, they'd call it something else. It would be something else to them. So anyway, I have to go. My ride is here, but I love you all. And I hope that you can take this video and become strong, or gain some insight, or make your life better in some way, and do some type of change for yourself that is just for you. Do something today that is just for you. I'm so bad at that. I always forget to do things for me. Part of why my friend and I are such good friends is because we both kind of forget about ourselves. And it's so important to remind yourself that you are very, very important. No matter what it is you're going through, no matter how many people are depending on you, how many people you feel like you need to give to, you need to remember to give unto yourself, to fill yourself up. Because I love you, and because you need to love you, and because there is nobody else in the whole world and in all of creation that is you but you. So I hope you have a great day. You can follow me on Facebook. My name is Ashley Needles. I look forward to connecting, to hearing your stories, and hearing how this video may have helped you in your life. So thank you so much, and carpe diem.